Well, no sooner did we finish today's episode of Nothing Personal that words come down from Major League Baseball on a random Wednesday, 24 hours before the NFL draft, that they have handed down the punishment to the Boston Red Sox for their role in a 2018 potential sign stealing scandal. We said on Nothing Personal that clearly their punishment would be far less than what the Astros received. I didn't realize it would be this far. Alex Cora suspended for 2020. That's okay. He doesn't have a job for 2020. Key point, he was suspended for his role with the Astros, not with his role for the Red Sox. The Red Sox lose a 2020 second-round pick. That's this year's second-round pick. That's the same pick that you could lose if you sign a free agent or two. It's a big deal, but not a huge deal. Then we get to the biggest punishment given. They suspended Mr. Watkins. Do you know who that is? He's their replay coordinator. He is suspended for all of 2020 and 2021 because MLB found through its entire investigation, which they outlined included thousands and thousands of emails and interviews, Department of Investigations, which is quite good at what it does. The commissioner got involved, everyone did, and they found that their replay coordinator acted as a rogue employee without anyone knowing what he was doing when he was using live game feed to assist players in stealing signs. Let me explain to you who the video coordinator is. That's someone who sits in the video room who, when you see a manager on the phone, that manager is speaking to the replay coordinator. That replay coordinator has 10 TVs in front of him, every single in-house feed angle. They see everything. They tell the manager whether or not they should challenge a play. Do you know who speaks to the replay coordinator? Everybody. Players, coaches, manager, general manager, team president, team owner. Everybody knows the replay coordinator. This is not some intern in analytics that sits in a back desk where no one has heard of him or sees him, and he comes out of his tunnel every once in a while and says, poof, I've invented magic. This is someone who travels with the team. He's with the players and the traveling party every road game, every home game. You're telling me that he did something that no one else knew about? It's impossible. It does not pass the smell test no matter what the investigators found. It doesn't matter to me. And let me repeat, the Department of Investigations with the MLB is a great department, but this is beyond credible. There's no way as a team president that we would have a replay coordinator who would be doing something that I wouldn't know about during the course of a game. And even if I didn't know about it, which I would, the GM would guaranteed know about it. Even if he didn't know about it, which he would, the manager would definitely know about it because he's there. But even if the manager wouldn't know about it, then the coaching staff for sure would have to know about it. No, maybe not. You're right. No one knew. It was just the players. And remember, the players can't be punished because that was part of the deal. They got immunity. And the commissioner found that he wouldn't have punished the players anyway because there was nothing as deep as the Astros scheme. Well, you heard it on Nothing Personal. We told you this was not going to be like the Astros situation where they were as blatant as banging trash cans. That's why other players are so upset with members of the Astros, because I told you that every team is stealing signs. Every team is using the replay coordinator. Every team is using the in-house feed to try to get signs. It happens everywhere. The Astros just were out of control, and they got caught. But to say in the Red Sox, what bothers me the most, and this is the takeaway from today's decision by Major League Baseball to take away the Boston Red Sox second-round pick, and to punish the video coordinator, the video replay coordinator, the takeaway that you should have here on Nothing Personal is that, wow, we now know that Heather Thomas and Lee Majors were not the only stars of a baseball show called The Fall Guy. Why am I calling JT Watkins the fall guy? Because of course he is. It is impossible that you can ever say that there is a rogue employee at that level of a team. It bothers me so much as a former team president when someone like that would get blamed and no one from the Red Sox is going to step up. I can't wait to see the statements that are released by the Red Sox. I want to know what John Henry, Sam Kennedy, Tom Warner, what was Dave Dombrowski doing? He was the GM at the time. He's now president of baseball ops. He's now fired, but he was the one. Is he going to say, of course I had no idea? So what do we do from now? Why is baseball releasing this today? Could it possibly have taken them this long? Here's the backstory of what happened. They were ready to release this when the pandemic hit and when they had to cancel spring training or postpone spring training. And they have been focused so much on making sure that they were doing everything right from a public standpoint, making sure that they were taking things one step at a time, making sure the teams were in line with their donations and how to take care of seasonal workers. And they knew that this Red Sox penalty, because they had the report done, they knew the penalty was not going to be anywhere close to what the Astros suffered from. They also knew that they didn't want to reopen this sign-stealing Band-Aid after the pandemic plan hit. Let me explain. Baseball is going to have a huge announcement one of these days, weeks, or months that they're going to be coming back to play. And once they come back to play, they want every bit of news to be about the structure of how the game's going to be played, getting players ready to play, getting fans ready to watch however baseball is going to look. They do not want to have another sign-stealing Band-Aid that has to be ripped. By announcing it now in the middle of the shutdown, they can just be done with it. We're going to talk about it on Nothing Personal. You'll have a little bonus segment right now, a little mention tomorrow, and a wait to see, maybe a word of the day. But then it's going to disappear. No Red Sox players are going to get booed. The Red Sox new manager is not going to get booed, Ron Roentge. It's not going to be like it is with the Astros because the commissioner had said, listen, what the Astros did was huge. What the Red Sox did was, it's just a little something. In my career, I have not seen a video replay coordinator take it like Watkins took it today. I feel for him. I never met him. I never was in touch with him. Here's what I would like. I would like one team president to stand up or one GM of one team to go public today, just one, and say, yeah, I don't really spend much time with our replay coordinator. I don't really know who our replay guy is. Yeah, I spend a little time, but I would have no idea if our replay guy does anything. I want one guy to stand up and do that. The reason why no one will is because it's true for all 30 teams. We all act the same with our replay guys. How about this as a piece of truth serum? How about a current GM or a current team president stands up and says, listen, if this ever happened with my team, I would take full responsibility. Because there is no way that my replay coordinator would be rogue. There's no way that my replay coordinator would do anything without my knowledge because I'm in the clubhouse all the time. I see the interaction between the players, the manager, and the replay coordinator. I will stand up and tell you that if that were going on my team, I would not allow MLB to release a report where my hands were ruled as clean. I wonder whether Dave Dombrowski will stand up in retirement and say that. Well, while we're doing this live, and this just shows you what we do. We do stuff live, and it comes out. Where will I find it, Coca? He's got it in my ear. Where is the statement that I can read right now to everybody as it comes out live? He is showing me that the Red Sox have released a statement, but I don't see it. So, Coca, you can send it to me. You can put it on my map. You can do something. But until I can look at it, I'd have no way of seeing what it is. What could the Red Sox statement actually say? Well, it better say what I told him to say, or else that's going to be another 20-minute topic. Here's the statement from Sam Kennedy. By the way, when I was team president, I always had to give the statements that were bad. But John Henry or Tom Warner, the owner, they get to do the statements that are good. So if you're watching this on YouTube or you're just listening, I'm putting my glasses on and I'm reading the statement right now from Sam Kennedy. As an organization, we strive for 100% compliance with the rules. MLB's investigation concluded that in isolated instances during the 2018 regular season, sign sequences were decoded through the use of live game video rather than through permissible means. MLB acknowledged the front office's extensive efforts to communicate and enforce the rules and concluded that Alex Cora, the coaching staff, and most of the players did not engage in, nor were they aware of, any violations. Regardless, these rule violations are unacceptable. We apologize to our fans in Major League Baseball and accept the commissioner's ruling. I wonder whether that statement was prepared prior to this report being issued. Obviously it was. That statement. Come on, Sam is so good at being the president of a team. He's so good at it. You can't release that kind of statement. I guess when I was president, you have to release it. You have to. But I would leak what the truth is. I think what I would do is I would release that statement with my name on it. Then I would call someone in the media, maybe for the Herald or Sun Sentinel or someone at CBS, and I would say, all right, listen, we absolutely knew what was going on with the replay coordinator, and we stopped it when we could, but there was really nothing you can do. Every team's doing it. That would be a leak, because that is the news that's terrible to hear for Major League Baseball. Remember what we said on Nothing Personal. Major League Baseball wants to release this with the Red Sox and then stop it completely. No more investigations, no more nothing. So to conclude, the Red Sox have been slapped on the hand at most. There's a complete fall guy in the video replay coordinator named JT Watkins, who is suspended for a year or 2 years. The Red Sox lost a draft pick. Alex Cora, the manager who was fired, now can't manage in 2020, not that he was going to. What does it all mean? It means the commissioner is now crossing his fingers that they can find a way to play ball in 2020, and that players, not one player, former, current, past, present, future, will stand up and say, hey, I saw sign stealing. I heard trash can banging. I saw buzzers being worn. He wants it to stop now. End the discussion. Put a tourniquet around sign stealing. Will that happen? That's a pretty significant wait to see.